The Kansas State Education Department is one step closer this morning to releasing its guidance for schools reopening come fall.
KCTV5 Savannah Rudisell walking us through some of the key recommendations. Savannah, there are a lot of different ideas for how to bring students back, but are schools safe?
Yeah, Gina, the state education commissioner says they can be if schools are very flexible, and he's going to be relying a lot on the advice from DeSoto USD 232 Superintendent Frank Harwood. He's going to be speaking today with the State Board of Education about, as he was a co-chair of the operations team. That was the team committed on this task force to making sure that those buildings were safe, putting in those policies for distancing and sanitizing all the school districts. Now, some of the recommendations that came out of that team include maybe hand washing every single hour for everybody that's in the building. Also having all these desks that are socially distant but all facing the same way, and using a limited amount of those common spaces such as cafeterias, libraries, all those lunchrooms. But education leaders are really understanding that some families may not feel comfortable sending their kid back to school no matter what kind of policies are in place. That's why a lot of these state education leaders are advocating that districts do some kind of a combination between in-person and continuing that remote learning. We know that Dr. Randy Watson says that the guidance that the department is putting out, no matter what it is, it's just for these districts to take it and run with it, really make it their own. He says for this to be successful, schools are going to have to count a lot on their communities to be creative to help make school happen.
One of the things we're going to ask every community is look at all the facilities in your community that could house a classroom. Churches, community buildings.
Again, these recommendations are, again, very broad. They are meant to be tailored to each specific school. So today, the State Board of Education will be voting on these recommendations. And tomorrow, the deputy commissioners plan on meeting with a bunch of different superintendents and county health officials and walking them through how to navigate this 1,100-page document. Reporting live in Shawnee, Savannah Rudisell, KCTV5 News.
Okay, Savannah, thank you. At 6:34 right now, we are your school authority, and we will be on the air for Kansas Governor Laura Kelly's announcement of the state's plan for returning to school. She'll be joined by the state health director and commissioner of education. You can watch live right here on KCTV5 and on our digital channels at 3 o'clock.